Yo, what's going on? What's going on? What's going on? 0800 Yo fam, what's good? What's popping? You know who I am. I am Khalid Omari, and I'm back. You know what I'm saying? Thank you. I don't even know, but thank you just for tuning in. Thank you for being here. Do you know what? Today, I come to a realization in the last few days, innit? I come to this mad realization that I think it's time for me to. I'm thinking to sell this. I can't lie. I'm thinking to sell it. I'm thinking to offload it. I'm thinking to get rid of it. Um, and the only reason why is because I find it very slow. I find it a very slow workflow for me. Just loading in things like samples and whatnot. And I'm not talking about the loading bar because, you know, I've seen it in, I forgot whose videos. I think it's SP done a video where you can like change how long something shows as loading up. So it's not that, but I think like that me and the SP, we don't, our styles and what I use it for, we don't mesh well together. Big up Adelaide Acid as well, because I've seen how you're using it and you use it in a very creative way, and I respect that. I've seen Jay Filtz recently got one, and what he's doing with it, his first beat sounded sick. But in terms of what I use it for grime, for garage and my sort of sound, this is not it. I had lofty expectations for this though. I thought I was gonna back it. I thought I was gonna connect it to my computer, and then I was gonna put it in, say, controller mode, just like the MPC Live 2. I thought I was going to use it just like that and the Maschine, but bridge the gap between the two. And because this one was so light, it was so portable, I was like, bosh! You know what I'm saying? This is going to be the one. But it's kind of not meant to be. And I mean, it's not, I'd say, it's not the first port of call when it comes to me like thinking, rah, man's going to get out and I'm going to make a beat today. The SP-404 MK2 is not the first port of call, because one thing about me is the way how I shop, the way how I buy things, the way how I want to use things is what is the fastest and quickest conduit for me to get my idea and inspiration out of here onto the pads. You know what I'm saying? And the Maschine does that really well. The MPC does it wellish. You know what I'm saying? But the SP-404 MK2, I guess, was it too dissimilar from the rest of the stuff in my setup? Probably yes. Have I integrated it and routed audio out of the Maschine into the SP and daisy chain? No, I haven't. Have I got the patience to? No. I've had the SP-404 MK2 now for, I got it in maybe November? October. I can't even remember when the unboxing video was, but I literally done that the morning after or something. And has it changed? Have I changed my opinion on it? Remember in that video I said I wanted to send it back, you know. Has my opinion changed? No, like it hasn't, and I feel like I've been forcing holding on to it. You know what I'm saying? And I've made a couple beats on there, but to be honest, it doesn't give me the flexibility that the Maschine gives me. It doesn't give me the flexibility that, to a degree, MPC Live 2 gives me. I love the sounds that I create on the MPC Live 2 because they sound like grown-up sounds in terms of my drum patterns and everything else. Everything sounds meaty, grown up. Whereas with the Mark II, the Maschine, sometimes, because I've been using it so long, and sometimes I deal within the same sound libraries and I might not put EQs and whatever on the stuff, sometimes it could sound a bit too juvenile and tinny. But maybe that's me of being like 12 years deep as a Maschine user. You know what I'm saying? Whereas with the SP-404 MK2, man's just not, I'm just not gelling with it. It's just not it's not my bag. You know what I'm saying? Some man would love it and whatnot, and you know, they envision what they would use it for, but for the type of stuff I make, mainly my bread and butter or me wanting the fastest conduit to an idea, the SP-404 MK2 isn't it. So everyone waiting on their pre-orders, and thankfully I waited like 4 to 6 weeks. Yeah, that was cool. However, I think for me, I just feel like, you know, it was a bit of, you know what I'm saying? And that's no disrespect. I think people out there that have been a part of the MPC lifestyle for a long time, no, the Roland SP lifestyle for a long time, they'll love it. You know what I'm saying? They'll lap it up. But for someone like me, I just want to get my ideas out fast. And even the very fact that when man's loading in a sample, yeah, it's like whenever I'm going to load one onto one pad and then a next pad, it doesn't go back to the folder that I wanted, and then I have to go through the same menu again and again. So for me, it slows me down. Whereas with the MPC Live and this one, I guess the MPC Live's the same, but with the Maschine, everything's just there. And it makes me think, what would the Maschine Plus be like? And I've entertained like slapping the Maschine Plus on an Amex, holding it for like 14 days, thinging it and just returning it. But in a way, man don't want to do that because I don't want to create waste out in the world, and I don't want to create B stock. That doesn't have to be B stock. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, but that's my dilemma. Like, I guess the SP-404 MK2, I'm going to try and make a conscious effort to use it and stuff, but it's not. It wasn't a win. It wasn't a win. I was excited when I got it, and I guess talking about it a lot in my videos, like a lot of you come here because you think I'm going to be talking about or making videos with this. But the fact of the matter is, right, I'm just not inspired, because when I jump on it, it's just hella convoluted and hella different for me. It's very stripped back. Whereas the MPC Live, the Maschine, everything's just in your face. It's like, I'd say it's like Mac and PC, innit? I'd say the Mac, the equivalent to my Mac is Maschine. That is the equivalent to my Mac. To a degree, MPC Live is like using parallels, because it crosses between the two. But this takes me back to using a PC. Let's say Amiga, Commodore, or like my Compaq back in the day. You know what I'm saying? When you have to dive through bare menus because it's not all written in your face. And I'm not disrespecting the thing. Everyone that knows me, yes, you know that I'm Mac. I'm appled out. You get me? However, see with this, we're just not having the best of time integrating together. You know what I'm saying? And yes, I've got a bag of these records, all of these records over here that I haven't touched on, but you know, fucking hell, it's like a chore. It's like a chore to get in there. You know, it is. It's like a big, massive chore. And there's going to be people in forums that are going to be like, oh, like, you jumped on the bandwagon. You jumped on. Man didn't jump on no hype, bro. Like, I always thought about this because, like I said, I'm always in search of a conduit to getting my idea out there. And this seemed like a viable option. I was changing location of workplace, so I thought I could make beats on the train. But even doing that is just long, bro. Like, if I had a Maschine Plus, don't get it twisted, I'm not going to go and back a Maschine Plus because I've got the Mark III, which was a birthday present for my girl. If I get a Maschine Plus, she's probably going to kill me. But anyway, you know what I'm saying? With this, it's you just have to dive through so much shit just to do shit. You know what I'm saying? And I miss the flexibility and also the hybrid nature of an MPC Live or the Maschine. Granted that with the MPC Live, if you have been working on a track in hybrid mode and you take it to standalone, it wouldn't load properly because obviously you've used VSTs from your Mac or your whatever computer you use, yeah, your DAW or whatever. So I guess there's that dilemma. But I like the idea of working on something in standalone, loading it up on a Mac, still being able to open it. However, the caveat is that it's almost as though with the MPC Live 2, it sees the files and everything in two different ways. You know what I'm saying? Like, it sees it as, like, you either put it into standalone mode and then you have the external drive that you drag and drop onto. So, I don't know, man. I don't know. But this was a kind of an expensive outing. I probably could have got a synth, but to be honest, am I gonna like sit there with an outboard synth tweaking? Ooh, like that's not my bag, innit? Like there's other people out there that do that proper dope, like Adelaide Acid. That's someone you should follow. He's sick. He is proper sick. But for myself with this, I don't know, man. I don't know. It was all fun and games until it comes down to the crunch and I'm drawing for the ting and it's just not doing anything for me. You know them ones, like, ha! You know them ones. Man's tried, you know. Big up Cayman as well, like, you know. Man's tried to bang out beats for the FP. Big up Mr. Off Key as well. Like, I've tried. I really have tried. But I tell you what, I'm not getting anywhere. Despite how much I try. I tried to make grime on it. Some of the grime rhythms sound alright, but still, it's just bloody convoluted. I guess for the money that I paid for the SP-404 MK2, I think it was something like 439, I probably could have bought Ableton. I probably could have bought the Ableton software because I think that's my next frontier as well. I probably could have bought the Ableton software or a second-hand Maschine Jam, had the Maschine Jam and the machine lined up together, rinse out, you get me? But yo, big up your chest, northeast, after west. Easter Sunday, had a nice meal round my mum's, come back home, and I'm just on chill this weekend. I'm off for the next couple of days and I've made about 3 or 4 beats today and they actually sound all right. Girlfriend's popped out, so I might record some poetry. I want to start working on new material, so that's what I'm gonna do. That's what I'm gonna spend the rest of my week doing. And I'm gonna head to see the Bob Marley exhibition at the Saatchi tomorrow because it's the last day, innit? But by the time you see this, I would have headed there. Let's hope I can dice this up, dash it online, and it's good to go by 12 a.m. But yo, that's me in a nutshell. Like I said, who knows if you are going to see the SP-404 MK2 as part of my setup in the coming months, because at the moment, it's just, when I look at it, I'm just seeing like, regret, yes, I guess you could say regret. I'm just seeing like, oh man, 439. You know, 439. You know, it might, certain times when I mention it or I use it, it might get them views, but shit, man, it's not worth it, yo. It really isn't. Like, I can't lie. For myself, in my humble opinion, it's not the bread and butter, man. I like to go into certain things in detail, and the SP-404 MK2 doesn't give me enough detail. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's see if I can just play it from here. Like, there's certain things that I do and I like detail in it, but with that I can't. But anyway, I'm out. 0800 Yo fam, what's good, what's popping? I am Khalid Omari. Big up yourselves wherever you are. Do you know what? A majority of my viewers and subscribers are in the United States of America. So big up your chest wherever you are, whatever state you're in, whatever you're doing, whether it's hot, cold, breezy. You get me? Stay easy. Nah, that didn't work out. But meh. You know what I'm saying? And for my rest of the world viewers, and for the, 90% of you that are not subscribed to my channel but watch my videos, thank you as well, innit? Thank you. But if you're thinking of getting the Roland SP-404 MK2, ask yourself, have you got enough time to learn a new bit of software, number one? Number two, have you got time to just kind of code switch languages between how you're used to working and figuring out something else and being up against barriers and being like a mime? Like, that's how it feels using the SP-404 MK2. I cannot lie. But yeah, ask yourselves those questions, Yeah, I was intrigued in it, but I'm way beyond my 14 days. So I'm going to have to shot this. I'm going to have to find a way to dot this. So big up your chest. If you live in London and you're interested in buying this drum machine for £439, hit me up. Hit me up. Hit me up. Like, My inbox is open, comment section open, and I'll link you. But only in London. Anywhere in London, if you can get to Victoria, if you can get to Blackfriars, yeah? If you can get to Victoria, or if you can get to Blackfriars, we can do this thing. We can do this thing. If you can get to Central London, we can definitely do a deal, yeah? So holler at me, you know what I'm saying? And to be honest with you, yeah, just holler at me, innit? If you want to back this thing, holler at me. Peace.